I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Trick Jerk Marinade gives your meats and vegetables authentic Jamaican jerk flavor. The spices are directly from Jamaica. Spices like jerk seasoning, allspice, Scotch bonnet pepper, fresh scallions, thyme, ginger, and garlic. The key ingredients to a great jerk marinade. 0% sugar and low in sodium. You want to try it?
Made up of 18 Jamaican herbs and spices, add delicious, bold flavor to your next grilling experience. Flavoring sauce, a marinade, basting, condiment, or topping. Trick Nick Jerk Barbecue Sauce.
All right. Welcome to the JPL preview and review show with your boy Mannings, man, on this our third and unless there is some sort of breaking information, our final show for the day. We did two classics earlier, right? We did an interview with the technical director Rene Simoes, who championed Jamaican cause to the 1998 FIFA World Cup. We also had earlier on Massimo Casey from Italy talking about the webinar that will be held next week, Saturday. It is a JPL show, and we have one of our first guests, who is Mr. Paul Christie, the man out there at Mount Pleasant. He's going to be with me today. As usual, we have some of our regular panelists who will be on the show as well. Mr. Christie, are you there?
I'm trying to get on, sir. Give me a second. I'm not hearing you clearly.
Okay, all right. So let him sort out his audio. But, I mean, we are heading into week 14 of the JPL. It is like so all teams would have played, all teams. There are 14 teams. So you play 13 games in the first round. First round completed. All teams completed the first round. And so the return games begin this match weekend. All right, so that is awesome. Just in terms of other information, I never did a show on this, so just for those who would have heard that the under 17 team, all things are set and in place where they are concerned, and it doesn't look like this delay would have hampered them, but all I will say is that someone needs to be held accountable when these things happen. Who it is, I don't know, but I personally believe that someone needs to be held accountable. What we have not been discussing is that our reggae girls are heading off to a tournament in Australia, and they have a game, and still we haven't heard a lot. We don't hear from the coach. I mean, it's just crazy what is happening with football at a time when we're in a World Cup and the media should be covering it. You just can't hear anything. So if there's anyone associated with the female program and you want an avenue to share what is going on, you have I Am Sure Sports, because we need to know what is going on. All right. We have many plans for the weekend. I think we have Mr. Christie. Are you here?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon to you and the rest of your audience.
Yeah, man, wonderful. All right, we should be joined by some of our other guests. People, it is Super Friday. As usual, we ask you when you come on to hit the like button, share the content. All right, subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. We're putting out some good work, so support the work. Also, if you can give a super chat or a super sticker to support the work of I Am Sure Sports. All right, we have Mr. Paul Christie. Like I said, he is the director of football there at Mount Pleasant, who they lead the table. As you can see, I'm going to show you the point standing right now. Right now, when you look at the point standing, you see Mount Pleasant. They have 30 points, and they sit atop the table with a goal difference of 20. They have drawn 3 games, won 9, and lost 1. Their closest rivals is Cavalier. Cavalier, they have 26 points. That's 4 less than Mount Pleasant, with a goal difference of 15. They have lost 3 games. They have won 8 games, and they have drawn 2. In third place, we have Arnett Gardens. Arnett Gardens are on 24 points, 2 behind Cavaliers and 6 behind Mount Pleasant. They have a goal difference of 8, 3 losses, 3 drawn results, 7 wins. In fourth position, we have Humble Lions on 21 points. This is Humble Lions. Let me just big this up so you can see it. Humble Lions, there you go. They have played the same 13 games. They have 3 wins. They have 3 in drawn game, 4 losses, 5 defeat. 5 in terms of goal difference, 21 points. In fifth place, Harborview, who we're going to talk about, 5 wins, 4 draw, 4 losses, 5 is their goal difference. They are on 19 points. In sixth position is Done Beholden. They have the same breakout in terms of game, 5 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses, goal difference 1, 19 points. In sixth position, then comes Waterhouse, who they are the team right in the middle right there. They have 5 wins, 3 drawn games, 5 losses, goal difference of 2, and they have 18 points. We get into the bottom half of the table. Portmore United are on 17 points, having 3 wins, 8 drawn results, 2 losses, a goal difference of 2. Tivoli Gardens, they have 4 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses, -1 goal difference on 16th. And in 10th position, Mobile United are they have won 4 games, lost 4 games, drawn 5 games, -7. They are on goal difference 16 points. Vere, who has been on a resurgence recently, they have won 2, lost 7, drawn 7, lost 4, -4, 13 points. Mullines comes up next in 12th position on 12 points. Aptly so, 13 games, 3 wins, 3 drawn results, 7 losses, -9. Falkland, they are on 6 points, having played 13 games. They are one of the promoted teams. They have 1 win, 3 drawn games, 9 defeats. And Chapelton Maroons, with new coach Clovis de Oliveira, having lost 6 points, they are at the rear of the table with 2 wins, 3 drawn games, 8 losses. They're on 3 points with a -9. All right, so let's go back to So Mr. Christie, that is the point standing again. Club that you lead, Mount Pleasant, they're still at the top of the table. Let me just get back, Mr. Christie. Like I said, this is Mr. Christie, you're here.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, man. Yes, so Mount Pleasant continues to lead the table on 30 points. The team with the best defensive record, the team with the best offensive record, the team with the least amount of wins, the team with the most victories, the team with the leading goal scorer, the team with the most clean sheets. All things going well for Mount Pleasant.
Well, at the Mount Pleasant Football Academy, we are still trying to improve. We have identified a few areas that still need improvement. So though we are on top of the table, we are far from what we are aiming for. So we still have a lot of work to do. And as we speak, as recently as this morning, I had a meeting with the technical staff, and we are trying to, as a team, to figure out things to get it right come this second round. So there's still a lot of work to be done. There's still a lot of room for improvement. We are not getting complacent, although the table reflects that we are on top of the table. We know exactly what we want to do, and we are trying to still fine tune to get it right. So there's still a lot of work in progress, sir.
Yeah, midway this season, 13 games. I mean, so lots of improvement, which is good. How our preparation? I know you travel to Montego Bay early game this weekend because you're going down into the den of Westpaw Park to take on Falklands in a doubleheader down there this weekend. It will be Mount Pleasant versus Falkland. That is the game. Your last game, you defeated Dunbeholden by 3-0 at Draxall with a hat-trick from Trivante Stewart. How is the team looking going into that game on Sunday in Montego Bay?
Well, at the session this morning, the intensity was good, the camaraderie and the chemistry. The camaraderie was great. The chemistry is still fine-tuning, and we are not satisfied with some aspect of the game, so we are still putting in extra work to get the chemistry to where we actually want it to be. So we are totally aware that it's going to be a tricky tie down by
Westpaw Park
on Sunday. We are aware of it. We are making our preparation. We are not taking this Falkland team lightly.
They are coming off a win because they defeated Chapelton Maroons in the Monday night fixture by 1-0. So they are on a high, having won for the first time this season, I believe. Their win, that was their first win of the season against Chapelton Maroons under the new coach Gregory Palmer. So it will be a different coach, lots of new players that you're going up against this time when you go down there to Montego Bay to take them on. And like I said, the team would have been on a high because 1, they're playing at home, 2, they just won their last game against Chapelton Maroons with Clovis de Oliveira in the Monday night fixtures. I mean, is that any cause for concern that you're playing them coming off such a high? Though you had a 3-0 victory, but like I said, you're going to play them away from home, and your only loss was in an away game this season.
All right. On the Monday night fixture with Falkland, myself and Coach Whitmore and Coach Ferguson, we sat and we all agreed that this is an improved outfit. So it's going to be a different game from the first time when we met, when that would be the beginning as jitters and all of that. They are at home. They are comfortable in their environment. We know that they are playing they are playing better football now. So although the table is showing that they are at the foot of the table, these are the games that if you take them for granted, they'll give you a sucker punch. So we are fully prepared, fully understand the task that is ahead of us, and as we speak, we are still fine tuning for this assignment. So yes, we understand what it would be required of us, and we are still fine tuning to take on this assignment.
Yeah, they also have a new goalkeeper in David Swaby, who was
very good goalkeeper, goalkeeper. He's a product of the Mount Pleasant Academy youth system, and He's good, and they have they have added a few other good pieces
They
to
have also
the game.
Sajay Anderson, who was
Yes,
a Mount
sir.
Pleasant player. Joel Powell, who was at
Prince,
Mount Pleasant last season as well.
Prince Christie as well. So they have some good capable players, and we are aware that they are capable because
Prince Christie. I don't think Prince Christie is at Falkland or Mobile United. Prince Christie is at Mobile United, not Falkland.
oh yeah, I stand corrected. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we are aware of the dynamics that we will be faced with, and these players they'll be very motivated to play against their former club. So all of these things we are taking into consideration, and we are definitely not taking this Falkland team for granted.
Okay. All right. That sound good. Sound like all systems are a go at Mount Pleasant. Let me just go through with the people some of the fixtures from last time around. Where are they? There you go. What am I doing here? Let me do this right here. Yeah, and then bring up in other games from the last round. Like I said, Mount Pleasant 3, Dunbeholden 0. Veer United 1, Harborview 0. Humble Lion and Waterhouse drew 0-0. Cavaliers and Mobile United drew 0-0. Arnett Gardens defeated Tivoli 2-1. Portmore and Molynes 0-0. And Falkland, they defeated Chopperton, as we just said, by a goal to 0. Now, I don't know if you are aware of an incident that happened over there in Clarendon.
Portmore and Molynes finished 1-1.
1-1, yes. I thought I said that. What did I say? 0-0?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah, 1-1. Yeah. Thank you for the correction. Yeah. Harborview in the defeat to Veer. Don't know if you are aware, Mr. Christie, that there was an incident.
I am aware. I'm also aware that the incident is under investigation, and as a responsible being, I would rather to reserve my comment on the matter until the investigation is complete. I don't want to bias the investigation one way or the other by speaking publicly on the issue.
Okay, all right. I can respect that. Well, because I'm an irresponsible human being, I'm going to talk about it. I'm just kidding. We also have just joining the stream, Brian Martin from Molynes, who played Portmore United in their fixture in the JPL. Like I said, that game ended 1-1. 2 good goals. Molynes actually took the lead in that game before Emilio Russell was given lots of room, and he fired home to come back in that game, denying Molynes United the win. Sir Brian, you would have been at that game. Do you think you gained a point, or you believe that your team lost 2 points, given that you were in the lead in that particular fixture?
Yeah, good afternoon. Sorry, I should have said that earlier. Good afternoon, Paul. I mean, it depends on how you look at it, Mannings. I don't think any team go into a game with all 3 points. I mean, the points is there for anyone to take. But I thought we could have come away with a victory, but I think in the end, based on the run of play and stuff, I think a draw was a fair result, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I also noticed that a player who was in Vietnam on trial is back at Molynes, Janoi Cunningham. But when he left, he was playing centre back. He comes back, he's playing in midfield. I mean, what is the coach doing? I mean, did he go on? I mean, is it? I mean,
different coach.
I believe.
I think he can operate as a CDM. He would have played there before in the Premier League as well, so I don't think it's anything strange.
I think the coach is familiar with the player though, Mr. Christie, because he had him while they were at Arnett Gardens. But
Yeah, and
I
he
mean,
played Stephen there as well.
yes, but he didn't. For a man coming back from a trial, I must say that he looked like his conditioning was a problem. He was pulling up his socks constantly in the game, which is a sign that he was running out of what we'll say steam. And think so maybe when he gets into tip-top shape, then we'll add value to that Mullines midfield. Jason Wright also had a good game, the goal scorer. He had a good game. I think the captain and goalkeeper, Plummer, I believe the centre-back, the bearded centre-back, he played well in that game as well. But two very good goals scored, though. I don't think there can be any complaints. I think the ball was coming through traffic, so Peter Harrison would have seen it late. It looked like it passed close to him. But I will tell you, Emilio Rousseau is renowned for his powerful left footers and may have been given two opportunities, too much time. I mean, by the player playing on the right side of defense for Mullines in that particular game.
Yeah, those kind of goals. It's one of those goals where, if the goalkeeper comes up with a brilliant save, then you accept it, and you can't beat him down too much for conceding a goal. I think he had one of those shots earlier, which was saved. But I think the difficulty with that ball was that it bounced just before him. So, maybe that's what would have threw him off. But I think we lapsed defensively in that aspect. He shouldn't have been able to take a shot from that distance.
Yeah. I didn't see the Humble Lion Waterhouse game ended 0-0, so I can't say much about it because it wasn't televised. But the Cavaliers versus Mobile United game, I remember when I was talking about this game, I did say that it was going to be a drawn result. That's last week. And I was being challenged. Yes, that.
You are correct.
Yes, and they were talking to me about the speed of Cavaliers and Anderson, and I told them that Donovan Duki is going to sit back, play deep, and yes, and I'm telling you, they had the opportunity of coming out of that game with all 3 points because they missed a penalty, poor penalty taken by the player for the Mobile United team, Vino Barkley, making a save low to his right. But Mobile United could have stolen like 3 points from Cavaliers in that game. I can tell you, there are some coaches in this league that when they go up against some coaches, it's to prove something. And I think like Donovan Duki and his team went against Cavaliers saying that you are not going to beat us. And I think this is more like a coach battle than team battle. What was your game prediction, Mr. Christie, for this one?
I got it wrong. I predicted Cavalier to win the game.
Yeah.
I got it totally wrong. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You were correct.
Yeah. And then for the Arnett Garden versus Tivoli game, I did think that Arnett would pull away and win this one, but I expected like I think I picked that Tivoli would win given the form that they're in. Yes, I had picked Tivoli. They took the lead. Brilliant goal by the player right. Very good goal. But but Arnett Gardens, crazy penalty. I think that first penalty given away, I think Odean Pennycook had a very poor game. He was substituted in the second half. And Barrington Price came in for him. Renako Wellington, I think his name. He played well for Tivoli. But Arnett Garden, Fabian Reed is really looking good for Arnett Gardens this season.
The ageless Fabian Reed.
Yeah. Yeah, what say you, Brian, about that game? Because you would have seen that game.
Yeah, I think you will get those type of things happening in derbies. I think Arnett Gardens, Tivoli Gardens was on like a 3-game winning streak, or thereabout. But I think one of the things I've seen at Arnett Gardens this season is they may not always play the best brand of football, but they always seem to find a way to win games. And I think that's something that is really admirable in a team. Um, I mean, Fabian Reid, based on his quality and his experience in the league, I mean, it's always going to be a handful for defenders. And as you rightfully said, I didn't think Pennycook had, the best of games. But I mean, that's how football goes at times. I think Shea Smith scored a good goal as well. But I
Yes.
think that goal by Nakili Wright was a really, really good strike. And he's one of the younger players as well too. So goes well for Tivoli and for the Premier League.
Yeah. The one thing I'll say about the week, the weekend's action, yeah, and I said it on the show, and I think on Monday, that I didn't see many of the players coming out of the schoolboy football season playing, except for, like I said, I didn't see the Waterhouse game, but I understand that Blake was not there. But when I look at the squads, for example, Mount Pleasant didn't use any of their youngsters, with the exception of Devante Campbell, who had been there. I would not know some of the players from Falkland, like who were in school. They may be young, but I can't remember them out of the schoolboy football season. The Chopperton Maroon team, a lot of the youngsters have left. They had Tajay Brown. Tajay Brown is a former Portmore player. Tajay Brown, isn't he the former? He was at Arnett Gardens as well, I believe, and was at Clarendon College. But he didn't play. Again, Evan Taylor, an older player, he played in that game. I mean, so it's very strange that I didn't see enough of the schoolboy players coming through and playing this weekend. And I'm hoping that come, the next match day, more of them would have broken into their teams.
Well,
Mannings, I guess, I've always held the view that I don't think the players who play schoolboy football will generally just leave and come and dominate the Premier League or stake a claim for a starting spot automatically. I think it probably used to happen in the past, but I think the difference with the past, like back in the 90s or 80s, was that those players used to play in senior football before then went and played schoolboy football, and then they would come back and play in Premier League or senior football. I don't think a lot of that is happening now. But the transfer window would have just closed. So, a lot of players would have moved. So maybe in the second round, you may start to see more of those players being integrated. Some of them would have also transferred. So it's not necessarily automatic that when you transfer, you'll automatically get a starting position. But as the season progress and they are able to train more and compete more and stuff, then you may see more of them being introduced into teams.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Christie. You're going to say something.
Well, what I can tell you about Mount Pleasant youngsters, Merrick had a knock, was not able to recover in time to make the squad. Ellis, the 16-year-old, was just returning from under 16 camp, and Aldridge and Sterling, they are still integrated in our system.
Sterling?
They're still Malachi Sterling from our view.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the reason why only one out of our 6 youngsters you would have seen.
Okay.
And you're aware that Gainer he has a knock, he has a knee injury, and he's still in rehabilitation, and our young goalkeeper is in national training. That's Mr. He's the goalkeeper for the national under 17 team, Mr. Tawain Lynch. He's also a part of our squad. So some of them are unavailable for based on national duty. Some are in integration mode, and some just were out injured. So at the point we only had Trivante Campbell available, and he held down a starting position in the team. So we are aware of the direction that the club want to go, but there are a little some games you'll have different dynamic with that would influence different selection process.
Okay, I totally understand. Totally understand that. I know that your goalkeeper is out for a while as well, and Jamai Tope didn't play in the last game. Can you is it a 1 game suspension?
It is.
Okay,
it
so
is a 1 game suspension.
So he will be available for the next game.
He'll be available. Can't say if it'll be an automatic pick though, but he will be available. I stay away from the technical issues and wait until the report from the technical staff.
Yeah. All right. So I see leader saying something that and he's asking about why Mount Pleasant players are not filtering through and getting playing time. All right, leader. Let me just tell you this. There are many Mount Pleasant players playing in the league. Gowie plays at Dunby Holden and he has been playing. Prince Christie plays at Mobile United. Sir J. Anderson plays. So the players are playing. All right. You want to see them play for Mount Pleasant.
Barrett is playing for Cavalier as well.
Barrett playing for right. So let me tell you what is happening, leader. And today in my interview with Rene Simoes, people need to watch it and listen to some of these things. Rene Simoes says that what Real Madrid do. He says that in the top leagues in Spain, across Spain, Real Madrid have over 127 players playing. All right, that's what they have. That's Real Madrid. All right, 100 and odd. So he says Real Madrid sells these players to other clubs. Sell these players to other clubs, right? And then what they do after they have sold them to other clubs, they go and buy other players. So they develop them, sell them, and use some of that money to buy other players. So Mount Pleasant, not having the players at Mount Pleasant is not a problem as long as they are at other places playing. So if you said to me there's nobody from one of the goalkeepers at Arnett Gardens, Asher Hutchinson, is a former Mount Pleasant player. So when you look at it that way, there are several Mount Pleasant players playing in the league. They're just not playing at Mount Pleasant, which nothing is really wrong with. And I think the same
and
thing.
As I said in my last interview that I had, as I said in my last interview, pardon for the interruption, as I said in my last interview, what we are, our ultimate and primary objective at Mount Pleasant is to develop Jamaican players. Our primary objective is to develop Jamaican players, and at a point that they are ready to play in the league. It's very good if they can play in the Mount Pleasant outfit. However, when you develop 60, 70 players, how many of those players you can play in your system, knowing that you also have a regulation that only 5 players can be on your match card that are amateur on any given match day. So there are a lot of dynamics. It's not just like, oh, he's a Mount Pleasant academy player, he should be playing for Mount. Yes, we would love to have them all for Mount Pleasant. However, it's not possible because at the rate of development and other clubs need them. So we are prepared to share the development process right across the length and breadth of Jamaica. And we would have our job would have been completed as long as we successfully develop the player at a level that he can at least, for a minimum requirement, play in the highest league in our country.
Yeah. I'm going to let Brian chime in. But leader, what you want to see as an individual is not so relevant in the context of the big picture. In other words, because you want to see it don't mean it needs to happen. Because as you stated in your statement earlier, Chelsea does the same thing. How many players come through the Arsenal Academy right now who are playing for Arsenal? Saka. You could say Martinelli who they got from Brazil, but Saka is the only one, and Eddie Nketiah. They just tried Reece Nelson and stuff. But they have all of these academy players all over Europe playing. City does the same. The idea leader that because you develop a player, they are supposed to play for that club is not how football works. And probably that is why you scout player and you don't build a team. Because you can't build a team like that. The teams build players. In fact, there are clubs who are known for selling players. The idea isn't not to get them playing at your club. It's to develop them, move them on so you can use that money to do what you want. And some clubs have the philosophy of building the players, sending them out, and using the resources to get other players. Yeah. So what you want? They're leaving Mount Pleasant. So what is the problem? Though you're having a different argument now, leader. They're leaving. I'm not. You're not going to prolong this within it because you can't win this conversation. So you started out by saying you want to see them filter into Mount Pleasant. I answered that, and then you're gone to a different argument that they are leaving for free.
Hold on.
Let me answer. No, man.
How does he know that they are leaving for free, though?
No, so let me respond to him. So, well, I don't even want to get into this. Let me get into this. So I'm going to work with your assumption that they are leaving for free. All right, leader, what is the problem you have if they are leaving for free? Why is it if you want to see them and Mount Pleasant, instead of keeping them and not playing them, send them to teams where they are playing and let them play there for free? What is the problem that you have with that? Because remember, you initially said you want to see them. So you are seeing them. And if the best way for you to see them is for them to play for someplace else free, what is the problem you have? Go ahead, Mr. Christie. You can respond to him now, and then I'll chime in from Brian.
Well, I just want to reiterate the fact that the Mount Pleasant Football Academy, we are here to develop and compete at the same time. So we develop a player. If he plays for Mount Pleasant, he plays for Mount Pleasant. That would be good. However, as long as we develop him and he's able to play at the Premier League level at a minimum standard, then our job would have been completed. It's not only, listen, you don't want to be selfish and keep all the players in the Mount Pleasant outfit, because it doesn't happen anywhere at the in fact, best practice international dictates that this doesn't happen anywhere else in the world. So it's not all new to Mount Pleasant alone. It's right across the world. It happens in almost every other academy in the world. So it's not something strange that is happening right now.
There you go. So I don't know, leader. I see you trying to call. Well, let me see if I can help you, because I didn't set up the call-in line. So let me see if I can set it up for you. There you go. You can call back now, leader, to hear what you have to say. I will say this, and then Brian, I'll have you chime in, right? Yeah. So let me say it this way, please. The president of Mount Pleasant he did an interview, but I am sure that leader did not listen, because I know leader, he never listened to it, and he will not listen to it. I can tell you that. He did not listen to it, and he will not listen to it. All right? It's not about profit. When we talked about profit, he said profit. Profit, he said the only profit I know in Jamaica is a little boy named Profit. So he's not here because he believes he's going to make some money. That's not his objective. So if he releases a player for free, it cannot be a problem because he has already determined that there is no profit to be made from doing football in Jamaica. It's about development, and he says, if I can help, go and listen to it. If I can help one youngster to be a better person, that is the profit. So they don't have to sell a player. This idea where people keep coming, oh, them losing them player, oh, then give them a free. They never came here to build players, to sell players.
I mean, hold on there. Can I say something? Can I interject quickly? I don't want to take it off track.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I can go and do my research and tell what the original mandate for Mount Pleasant.
You don't have to do it. You don't have to.
Okay.
You don't have to give me it. You want me to give you it?
It was to develop players.
You want
and that can go to the international market. And the whole concept is so revolutionary and great. But I'm just personally for me, I am not a part of the thing, but I expect to see certain things coming out from there.
But
I can see,
leader, I can give you the original concept. I did tell you when this team started, the first team that they played in any practice game, this is before all even corner league thing, was my team.
And I'm talking about that time, I'm talking about when they came with the academy,
but
the
what
building and the carrying in the boys, the original set of boys, that was the concept that was sold to them. And
the concept that was sold was to develop players. Now, if you so there are different purposes. Giving a player to an ex-club free is not saying that the player is not developed. You can't change it. You can't move the discussion. So what are you talking about? Because
no, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. If I put some money into an account, right, and for it to get the maximum profit, it has to be there for 5 years, right, to achieve what you want, right, the money. And if somebody does an early withdrawal, it doesn't mature to where it's supposed to be. And one of the things that, as I say, I have seen, I can use it. Let me use that Clovis. He was one of the biggest. I said, okay, after this guy being there, but he left early, and there are so many things that the guy is leaving prematurely. And I think Mount Pleasant needs to try to find a way to keep them, just like how they had.
Leader, listen, you're not going to let you talk, let me tell you again, and this is why I'm saying that when these things are being done online, leader, you need to listen to them. Because too often I get the impression that you believe you know what you know, and you're going to tell people, and you're going to tell, and you don't listen. So, Mount Pleasant, when they started, they were given a mandate to put certain things in place. And you heard that if you listen to the interview, because part of the promise was that the kids would play in the schoolboy football competition because they'd be accepted into the ISA thing. Year one, they were told that it has to be after 2 years. Year two, they were given an excuse. Year three, they were given an excuse. It is on that premise that some players were recruited by schools and they chose not to come out and call the players' names, and by clubs who were promised many things because many of these guys were in difficult situations. A lot of them who left were players who were in very difficult situations. And some other school came and promised them stuff. And other clubs came and promised them stuff. And so they left. So you will always have that. There's no club that brings in 100 persons in one thing and all 100 of them make it. There's no perfect model.
Yeah, but if the cream goes before, you understand? But as I say, it's just that I love the concept, I support the concept, and I really want to see it's one player so far that I've seen pop up and look to be going in that direction. But I want to see more. Personally, because as a Jamaican thing, I love seeing like the under 17 now.
Let me I can give you players. I can give you players who have been through Mount Pleasant who are doing well.
No, hold on. When you said doing well, I'm talking about being regular starters. I'm not talking about getting game time.
But yet looking at the leader. That's what I'm telling you. Do not listen.
But let me just finish here. I know who you're going to tell me about.
Who am I? Hold on. Who am I going to tell you about? You say you know.
I know you're going to tell me his name.
Who?
Prince Christian. I'm sure you're going to tell me.
No, leader. That's
okay, tell me one of them that
leader,
have gone on.
Listen to the point I'm making. Javin Williams, who we're speaking about as one of the better players in our under 17, is a Mount Pleasant. He went to Mount Pleasant. He left prep school. Instead of going straight to Mannings, he came to Mount Pleasant, went on many tours with them, and was a standout. He's a player that is still in his developmental stage. He's not there anymore, but that's part of the Mount Pleasant work. Gary Cousins, who was in the Premier League, in the schoolboy football, and played Premier League for them.
Mannings, Gary Mills.
Gary Mills.
Can I specify what I'm talking about doing well? I'm talking about
Mr. Will,
internationally. That's what I'm talking about. So we can export some of these guys. That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about doing well locally. I'm talking about doing well that they can be exported.
All right. So
let me just specify.
All right. Let's specify. All right. So let's do a comparison. How long has Cavaliers been around?
Cavaliers?
Yeah.
Our Cavaliers new youth program.
No,
which part? There's a difference.
All right. Anyhow,
so Cavaliers has been along.
Hold on. Leader, from when the man named Duncan was running that team.
Duncan is around the same age as Jamaica.
All right, leader, you go ahead and talk.
It's a leader.
Yes.
It's a leader.
Yes.
Are you aware that in the present under 17 setup, Mount Pleasant would have had 6 players in the national setup, including 6 players from the national under 17 setup, including the captain, is a Mount Pleasant product. Are you aware of that?
I know this. I know the 3 players that are there, and I know the other single player that is in the reserves. I know them.
All right, so here's what I want to ask you.
You are also aware that 6 players were called from the Mount Pleasant.
I know exactly who was called. Paul, hold on now.
I know exactly who was called.
No, hold on, Paul. It could be said also that Phoenix had more players here than anybody else. When it was whittled down, Phoenix was down to 2. Right? It has nothing to do with that. I'm saying to me that next step. At this stage, I'm looking at
leader, I want you to
the next step I'm talking about.
All right, so leader, all right, so let me go slowly.
So and it's still work in progress, leader, and everything here is still work in progress.
All right.
We are not going to
Mr. Christian.
We're not going to sit here and behave as if.
Let me just give leader, because leader, if you subtract the 2 years of the pandemic, which set back a lot of football development and growth in Jamaica and across the world. Let me finish. If you take out those 2 years, Mount Pleasant has really been operating as an academy for 3 years. All right? 3 years.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to give a club, and according to you, the Cavaliers youth system. We're not going back to Duncan because you're going to tell me that there was no youth, but I know different. So
I can tell you the year it started.
Leader, let me finish now, please, no man. And then I'm going to give you time to talk. Just let me finish. Do not interrupt me. I don't want to be sidetracked by a whole heap of things. Let's stick to point. Now, I put it to you that Cavaliers has been operating with youth for more than 10 years. All right? 10 years. And if I take out the 2 pandemic years, I still will give them 10 years. In that 10-year time, give me 10 players from Cavaliers who have made it internationally?
Can I reply now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me just take out that thing there because that would be going back to 2013, right? Correct?
I just
No, you said the last 10 years.
no.
You said 10 years.
No,
I just want to
listen.
be clear on that prospect.
No,
you said 10 years.
Listen to the point I am making. I use 10 years because it may be longer. So you have the correct stats. I am using I said, I put it to you that it is not less than 10 years. And if I take out even the 2 years of the pandemic,
it's less than 10 years.
Cavalier,
can I talk now?
Go ahead. So
can I talk now?
Tell me when
okay,
Cavalier
hold on.
Yeah.
Let me just start. Hold on. Okay. The youth program that was there, right? I came and I started it. To be honest, I started that youth program in 2008. But it wasn't bought into by the management until the team was relegated the second time when they went down, right? And that wasn't 10 years ago, right? Because the first year when Cavalier went to the Premier League, right, one of the products from that youth system.
But that doesn't change the fact that it's more than 10 years the program. Hold on, leader. Hold on, leader. Hold on. That doesn't change the fact that the program was implemented more than 10 years. Hold on, that does not change the fact. That still doesn't change the fact that the program was implemented for more than 10 years, though. For whatever reason, you're relegated.
Let him finish, Mr. Christie, because me gonna mash up in folly. But let him finish talking.
Let me just start. Let me finish now, okay? The program that was there was primarily a youth program that was carried from Medieval. The plan was that at Medieval is a similar concept that came, but it wasn't bought into by management. The plan was always that, and this is a Medieval concept, that we put together a youth team. We carry the youth team from under 13, under 15, under 17, under 20, and by the time you reach under 20, these same youngsters under 20, listen to me now, you hear what I said, will be the ones that can carry a team into the Premier League. Medieval, unfortunately, collapsed around that time, gave us issues, okay? I went to Cavalier, that youth program that I carried there initially, because Cavalier had a program, but nothing like that. And the idea was...
No, the leader.
Hold on, let me just finish quickly. I'm finishing now. Let me just finish. I didn't interrupt you, You know what I didn't interrupt you?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so I said, right, that it was carried to a certain level when we had our first set of players, about 8 of them into the World Cup team in 2011, right? The management did not buy into it and promote those players into the senior rank until when they finally, hold on now, when they finally did it, is when they were demoted and then they came up back with a young side. And can you remind me what year that was?
Hold on. Tell me 5 or 6 young players that Cavalier had.
Hold on now. That team that came up, listen up, the team when they started to buy into the actual concept of youth was when you had the Kaim Paris, Jamal Topi, Nikhil Bailey. And I can say that is my 2 years now.
Leader, hold on. Leader. When
Yeah, but Marins.
Because we don't know what leader. Mount Pleasant, let me say it to you again. Mount Pleasant, having youth, 3 years. When I was at Constant Spring, beat Cavaliers in under 17 and under 21 competition on several occasions.
Not any team that I had to do it.
Listen up. Leader, listen to me. Did I ask you when you went to Cavaliers or how long Cavaliers running youth football?
Cavalier in youth football from ever since. But there's a difference when
No. So listen to me now. I did not ask you about you. I asked you about Cavaliers in terms of years. And I was being fair now. Because from me I play under 17, listen, if me go back to minor league football, Cavaliers was playing it.
Yes, just like how Mount Pleasant always had a club by the name of...
No, stop chatting nonsense about Mount Pleasant always have a club. Mount Pleasant is a club.
Of course. What was the name again?
Hey, stop chatting nonsense and don't tell nobody them no lie. I be a cricket them used to play up there.
Hold on.
Them never have no corner league up there and no club up there. Where come tell me about? I when Mr.
Stush in the bush is what?
What? Stush in the bush
Stush
never
in
have.
the bush.
Stush in the bush was the name of the corner league and the bar up there. Them never have no club up there.
Okay, I stand corrected.
So don't come and listen, man. So the point I'm making to you is that since Cavaliers have been playing youth football in Jamaica, I brought it down to 10 years. It could be more, you know. But me just give you 10 years.
You've always been in youth in it, but the concept was never to develop players.
Jesus, peace. So leader. So you tell me when I'm Richie Moncrief, them used to coach and them thing there, Cavalier wasn't trying to develop youth players?
Not for that aspect to go to that level. All clubs used to do it, but it's only at one stage it's only half of you and 4 more used to do it.
All right, Sean. Brian, you talk to leader, yeah, man. We can't manage leader. Brian, go on. Where you go, sir? Man, still.
Anyway, man, we're not debating on the thing. Is that for another day, another time? You have your show going well.
No, man. More answer. Leader, more answer me my question. Tell me 10 players that have come through, because you're saying, you know, you're based on your...
In 5 years.
How you gonna check 5 years? You won't tell me...
Because that... So hold on.
Leader. Let me ask you this. It's 2018. Cavaliers start develop youth.
No, listen to me now, man.
You know, just 5 years? No, 2018.
Man, give me a second. Hold on. When they started to do the other aspect of the players that they had developed to carry them to that next level and play them in the Premier League, like, right? Okay, was about 2018, and that's a fact. And then out of that, hold on now, let me just run them off now. Out of that, we had Marshall, we had Hamilton getting Carter going away, we had Nick Daly going away, we had Time Paris going away, we had Jamal Topi going away, we had Stefan Marsh going away.
Leader. More hear when me ask you. More hear when me ask you.
Okay, I'm going to read out more than 10 in 5 years.
Leader, in 5 years, tell me...
More than 10.
Leader, tell me the 10. Listen what me ask you, know. Because you want to use 5 years. Give me the 10. Give me the 10 players from Cavaliers that are playing internationally. Give me the 10 of them.
Hold on. They went international. You know that everybody. Hold on. You know that everybody goes international. Hold on. You're not going to call Marshall. I just want to know.
Hold on. So all me have to do. So hold on there. Hold on. Hear me ask you, know.
Hold on. It was Rudolph Austin, an international player. I just want to know.
Rudolph Austin retire, brother. Man, just come back. Where come? Leader, you think
he retire and then still playing? But anyway,
Jesus, peace, leader. You really ever compare what Rudolph Austin did with Nick Daly who's back in Jamaica, leader? That you really do, leader?
Hold on. When you prepare somebody and you get them to go pro, you have no control over them after they go, you know. What they do after that, you know, it's like you get your son ready to take an exam.
Leader, if me send 1,000 people go afar and say them develop, and 999 come back, what that mean about me? Eh?
Boy. Man,
no, answer that question.
I agree with you now, man, because you want to skip the goalpost.
No,
I am telling you, hold on, man, let me check, hold on, listen now, make it simple, man, let me just make it simple. You see, once them go, and your money is collected, you can't take it back. So what you're going to try to move, it don't matter. They were sold.
You know that Brian was a part of Cavaliers, though.
Well, he was a part of Cavaliers many years before. When it was many years before me.
Many years before.
So that don't count.
Brian, the man say don't count. Man, I still.
No, hold on. When I say don't count, hold on. Was he there in the last time when I was here? That's the first question.
Okay.
So that he would know, say, okay, he can attest then.
So this is...
Hold on. There was no real concentration on youth development at that time.
Hold on, leader. All right, I'll give you that. All right, so this is not about Cavaliers. This about leader.
not.
Hold on.
No,
So
it's not about leader. It's not about. It's not
leader.
about leader. It's
Leader,
not.
let me make it about you. All right. So before
not about me.
hold on,
It's
leader.
not.
Leader, you hear me asking now? For the purpose of clarity, I'm going to have the discussion this way. So when you got to Cavaliers, it was really when the youth program evolved. All right. And during that time, you can list multiple players who have
gone internationally.
No,
Yes.
that have gone internationally.
And they never had them before. Before that, it would have been like
leader,
70s.
leader, nobody go down the part, man. Let me just stick to this now. They have gone internationally, according to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Your definition of going internationally and my definition of going to internationally is a little bit different. To make believe it. So before you got to Cavaliers, you were at a place called Medhaven. That was known. Hold on, man. You were at Medhaven, according to you, because you said you took the the Medhaven program that David.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. You can't listen.
Continue.
You can't listen and not say nothing, brother.
I just have to correct you again. But go on.
What are you correct?
I said the philosophy. Go on.
What me say philosophy?
Philosophy is different from program.
Lord, what?
You said program.
So you carried it.
And I corrected you to say philosophy.
All right. So you took the philosophy from Medhaven, the philosophy from Medhaven to Cavaliers.
Yes.
All right. So Cavaliers, until you got there, didn't have a youth program. They didn't have a functioning youth program.
They had a functioning youth program, but not one at the level and the ideas of the philosophy that I had carried there.
Oh, so you brought a new philosophy there?
Yes.
All right.
And they always had a youth program.
All right. Was that philosophy at Medhaven? Yes or no?
Yes, it was. It was David Hunt.
God have mercy. Just say yes. All right. So, how many players with that superb philosophy from Medhaven made it international? God have mercy, man. Just let me finish now. How many players? Because you're at Medhaven no longer than you were.
No.
How long were you at Medhaven?
I was at Medhaven from 1999, and I left 2006.
So you're at Medhaven for 7 years.
Yeah, rough, but the actual part of what my learning, hold on, man, it's 2011. It's 2011. Hold on, man. No. You have to correct. No, I have to put it in context.
You can't correct me.
It was until 2011 that we came up with the concept, and that's when it was developed, and we started from there. So after that time, they wouldn't have a lot of Medhaven players. I know where you're going now. Because you wouldn't have a lot of players apart from Cavalier who went to Preston.
No, leader, here's what I'm asking you. Just so you had a philosophy at Medhaven that you brought to Cavaliers, that though they had a youth program at Cavaliers, they weren't at a particular place. When you brought your philosophy there at Cavaliers, it transformed where you said you could list multiple names of people who went.
Well, the first thing was that we started to dominate all the national leagues.
All right.
National youth programs from 2011 is an example. Continue.
So until you got to Cavaliers, they didn't dominate. I mean, I've given you all of that.
Yeah, and Medhaven used to do it. They used to dominate all of the youth leagues. Yes. Continue.
Yeah, so Medhaven used to dominate with the same philosophy. Here's what I'm asking you. According to your timeline from 1999 to 2006, which is 7 years, you had a shorter period at Cavaliers, all right?
At Medhaven.
You had a shorter period at Cavaliers because it is...
At Medhaven.
At Cavaliers.
Jesus. Continue.
At Cavaliers, because you said 5 years, and I compare 5 with 7. All right?
And I mentioned to you, right, that you have to go from 2011, right, to 2013, 16. I just specific.
So 4 years. So 4
5
years.
years.
So 4 years.
5 years. No, 5. It's literally 5.
All right, so 5 years. So 5 years. In 5 years at Cavaliers, you move.
At medieval.
Lord,
At medieval and Cavalier. Work with the same 5.
So let me just ask some man. You just an
Yeah, man. Go on.
So in 5 years in Cavaliers, you move multiple players. All right? In 5 years at Medieval, how many players did you move? Because it is the same philosophy.
1.
All right.
And that player moved. Hold on, let me just put it in perspective. Hold on, hold on.
Me no need no perspective.
Just one. Let me just say.
Because
let me just say one thing now.
I don't make my point yet, though. You don't know what point I'm making.
Okay, go on.
I am saying to you that you want to criticize Mount Pleasant for what they are doing. But in 5 years at Medieval, with a philosophy, right, that you took to Cavaliers that move over 10 players, you only move 1 in 5 years. You see why you can't give Mount Pleasant a hard time?
The club died. The management Medieval collapsed. That's why that happened, sir. So I know you're going to go that way. The club collapsed.
So
the founder died and the club collapsed.
So in the 5 years,
that's why that happened.
In the 5 years where you were there is when the founder died.
The founder died a little bit after because the youngster that went.
Hold on.
Right. Listen, hold on. In 5 years, hold on. Let me just make it specific.
No.
You start with 13-year-olds, right? And when you carry them up, when I left, those players were in your team.
Watch it on leader. Then are the same thing with Mount Pleasant.
And they won. And by the way, they won under 20. Go on.
Leader. You see, if you listen, you realize that some of the things. Because remember this, it's the same period. And when Mount Pleasant started, they started with players who were 10, the first set of Mount Pleasant players. A lot of them were players that I was working with. Rum and all of these guys. A lot of these guys, a lot of these guys were right from in Priory. Guys who needed help. That's how they started. They came and they took them 10 and 11 years old. When they had them and they got into time to go to high school was when they approached Issa. So that
can I just say one thing?
Go ahead.
The Mount Pleasant team, because I know the Mount Pleasant team. I know when they recruited and brought down there, right? Because
you're talking about when they went to get people. I'm talking about the first group of people, and none of them were
got into the academy.
The first set of guys were people from the first set of people that they got. The first set. I'm talking about the exact first set. Are from St. Anne.
No, okay, no problem.
Romario Webb. Rum. We ain't from down the road. I can tell them. Ram Passar.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a serious effort at that time. So I will overlook at those players. That would have been more of a community effort like what the Arnett would do.
So you're going, all right. So if you eliminate those early years then,
yes.
If you eliminate those years, 1 year, you're going to have, or 2. If you eliminate those years, you only have 2 years.
How old is Kevin Wilson now?
17 years old. 17.
Kevin Wilson.
17.
17. After this check and check if he's not 18 now.
17.
Okay, he's 18.
He's 18.
Continue.
Yeah, he's 18. And he was at Woolworths. Okay. No, you are telling me. No. Hey, you are telling me. Me, I tell us you're 17. You are say 18. Why no, Brian? Because the man say he's not in your era.
I'm saying, hold on now. Listen now. In 5 years, if you're going to give, hold on, let me just say something now.
Leader, move want a chance to talk, leader. Listen to your talk about half hour now, leader. I'm not saying nothing, brother.
Hold on, Brian, go ahead.
Coming out,
leader, but you have to listen to your want talk and going. So, but I would not talk and going, leader. Last man talk and going now, come back for the program, brother. What would that, leader? Yeah, in that trouble. Yeah, you me still. All right, see? Me I give leader what due to him, see? You see, when me go Cavalier, well, me know of Cavalier before my God is still in a but them used to do well in youth football. I don't know if leader is the one we bring the player them, but me know them used to do very well in like under, because me used to play under 15 for Tivoli, and them used to do very well. Them used to have like Chevon Marsh and Ryan Miller, them and some only players. Them used to do very well.
Yeah, man.
Them used to
Leader,
stop
got
interrupting me, man.
2018.
Well on, man. So them if him bring them player there, them used to do well them time there. Cause them time there, Ryan LFC used to keep for Boys Town. You see me? So them used to do well them time there still.
2018. Because of 2018.
No man, that's before that man. Them used to do well them time there.
No,
because
man, 2018 he say start. 2018 leader said start.
Oh, so if remember the last under 17 team, Cavalier have about 9 players on the team there, you know. You see me? So if
2018 him say start. Him say start.
No, 18 that 2011 them go World Cup.
When we go World Cup at 8 of them. From the
all right, so yes, so hold on, leader. Hold on.
Even the young players at time. One.
Leader, you have to listen to your brother, not just talk alone in the leader.
Go on, man.
All right, Marines. You see the year when Cavalier qualified for Premier League last time, I was there. Came out with a play too. Now, to be honest, the team, they have a lot of young players, but it's not the same young players like what them have now. You see like how now them have, you see like how now you have like 16-year-old and them age group there. You see like now, me not remember having any of those players. Cause
Paris,
wait, leader, listen to man. Leader, listen to man. I'm talking and you talk, brother. Leader. When Cavalier qualified for the Premier League, Chevon Marsh was not playing. Him there Finland them time, the brother.
No, it was yes, but Paris was the one who.
So we are talking about so leader, you make it seem like player, you make it seem like you know me a talk, say. You make it seem like you know me a talk, say leader. All right, so me I say this there. So leader, listen to man, and then you talk after man, you keep interrupt me, you know. Me I say, you see that time there? A lot that me never know of the 16 and a 17-year-old used to play. Alex Marshall did play, Ryan Miller, Jenkins, Kemai Simpson, Kemai Phillips, Jaden White got keep, and we have some other players where I think Sadler too was a youth player, but some of them youth that used to play for Cavalier from like under 17 come up, because Sadler used to play. There was this player, him turned soldier now, I remember his name, but him used to play too. Paris, leader, Paris only came into the team when we reached playoff, brother. Paris never played at the Super League.
Yeah, I know, and the playoff them come in,
Yeah, and the playoff was like about 4, 5, or 6 match, brother. And he never play all them match either. Because we play a couple games in the playoff before him, but...
It was him.
But leader, you can't use that.
All right, leader. Sorry, you win. Sorry, leader. Man, let leader alone talk. Leader, you alone talk.
I'm not saying that because the team was comprised of this young players. All of those players you mentioned in there now, none of them never passed, I think, Holland there. Let me just take it clear right now. At that time, that would have been 2018 about, I think it was. Right, 2018, about 5 years ago. Ryan Miller, if I am correct, is not more than 20. No? That's all?
Yo, leader, you're wrong again, brother. Leader, stop. Leader, no, you have to stop your leader. Leader, stop spew them thing, the brother. Come, leader.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Christie, Brian, you're breaking up, Brian. I think you're trying to talk, but you're breaking up.
I am here, I'm listening to the
All I'm saying is the Mounters and concept is good. They just need to continue with it and carry it to that next level and carry the players right through. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't know why I'm feeling under this pattern. That's all I'm
And
saying.
I'm saying
The man
everything
was
here
no
is
teenager, brother.
pleasant.
Oh, Brian, you're cutting off. So sorry, Brian is back.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, it's care about them get a call. Yeah, so what me I say, leader. The man them wasn't a teenager, brother. So no bother with that. They wasn't a teenager.
They were. Sorry,
Who?
to the younger one. They weren't.
What him say? Who was teenager?
The younger one who
Who
came in.
was teenager, leader?
Only teenager there. Only teenager there was Teddy White.
Alex Marshall.
For the playoffs. And Marshall. They're not doing the playoffs though.
Leader, even before we reach playoff, we never have a teenager on the team, brother. I was teenager.
Anyways, all right. Listen.
Hold on, how old was
Mannings,
he? He was still in school.
Mannings, the only leader. Listen, man, Mannings, leader. We done, leader. We done establish Jaden White and Alex Marshall already. So I'm gonna ask him that again, brother. Mannings, the only teenager who was there at that time, and he never get no game was Gadiel Irving. Cause him here train them time.
You're aware that Gadiel Irving and Marshall are the same age, though, right?
Leader, like,
You say never.
Lord of mercy.
All right.
All right. So,
Leader.
Brian,
Yeah, leader, you win, leader.
might as well this end because it is a JPL show and this coming.
Yeah, man, I don't want to scare the scout what? This is the time we have to sit down sometime, Brian, and we talk about this and thing, yeah? That cool drink, yeah? Anyway, Manny, I am
Leader.
I'm stepping away.
Leader, be a you now have the cool drink. By the time you done pressure me the drink, I get hot virgin.
Yo, all right.
No, man, seriously. Let's link up Sunday. So watch the youth them I play the little match. Kingston Circus and I. So entire round. Everybody that come, yeah?
All right, leader. Have a good day, sir.
Anyway, have a good day. Peace.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Man, you see, you make you say you answer leader. I make leader come mash up the good JPL show, brother.
Yeah, tell you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Balakar, we never call in Balakar and cut off the call. In Balakar. Because we're talking about the JPL. You understand me? Look when you choose to call Balakar. Hold on, we take Balakar, why you should call long time. Why you just a call?
Me a call, man. Me a call long time, man. Leader come off I show. Brian Mikey, big up yourself, you see me?
Yo, Balak. Yo, a long time when you call, I will get rid of leader, man. It takes so long.
You were me the same, man. So the Ryan Miller, long time before we start talk about Ryan Miller. No one know. Ryan Miller days them. Ryan Miller the young youth. Ryan Miller them are the teenager. So leader never their own name.
Yeah, man, I think. Yeah, man, I think Ryan Miller the youngest player play Premier League for Cavalier, you know, if memory serves me right, you know. Or probably the youngest captain or something to that effect, you know.
All right. No for who they are Cavaliers now. No better than Ryan Miller, no time. No, because they not deal with the youth would make youth stop play football. Me know that for sure. You did all left guy Huey and come back. You stop play football and me know you not get 34 yet. So what more tell me say? What for them mash up the youth them career too? Cause one night time we look forward for Ryan Miller. It'll be like big in a national team right now. One way or another. A chance for Ryan Miller catch 38.
I'm not thinking about 38.
The man at 38, Ryan Miller, young youth. They mash up all the youth, them career too. Them only attack Cavaliers only boss one player. We are called international. And a guy in Paris.
No. Well, and Mr.
Speed. You can't say Jamal Topi and them an international player. No league.
Balakar, we have a right, man, because a leader bring the youth program.
Hey, make sure, Manage, make sure that man not take off his shirt, you know, Manage.
No. Balakar, yeah.
Make sure that man not take off his shirt, you know, Manage.
Mr. Speed, yeah, listen to the show, Mr. Speed, so turn it off. Turn off the show, Mr. Speed, because it's echoing at the background. Balakar.
Go ahead. Yeah, I think Mr. Speed needs to get lead all time. out of
No, man.
Cavalier team. Because he might come and spread fear for propaganda
No, man.
for the club.
No, man. Leader a good, leader a good person. Him do a good work, man. At the end of the day, you know, him go around and look for you, but sometimes he give you a problem. But
Yeah, money. Let me tell you still, Balakar, hold on there. Let me tell you still. You see,
a good work you
no,
do, man. Nah, go around
yeah,
him
man,
thing.
Balakar, no joke still. Even though sometimes in talk something I mean, I really agree with that thing, but I genuinely think, say, leader of the youth them interest at heart. A whole heap of youth him help where him probably not talk, but enough youth him help still. Enough player him help guide and thing. A good person, you know, just that sometimes leader just talk something when we can't understand, but he look out for you them still, to be honest.
Yeah, but Brian Mike, I same thing man is man I say. With more present and every youth will come out to be a professional
Exactly,
footballer,
sir.
but then take them off of the street.
There you go.
And when he come and he might tell hears them, he might tell lies say 2018 and no Cavaliers a long time I watch football. I always youth in a Cavaliers team. And he must say he come in that the time because he if he say him doing time and his brain they go cause he old. Give him some trophy or something, man. I have him watch them.
Mr. Speed Balakar, say forgive. Leader some trophy. I send him into retirement.
Yeah, man. Give one proper send off and say, you're retired now. We need to find a younger version that can help use him. Because the man can tell so he age different and so ears different, but he nah add up.
Yeah. But Mr. Speed, you must have been listening. What leader is saying is that the youth program in Cavaliers started when he really took the philosophy from Medieval and brought it to Cavaliers.
I always had good youth teams. I mean, Michael Smart. I always have good. I don't even bother one with that. When me want more talk about how Balakar a slander me like a while I say me mash up Ryan Miller career. You shouldn't even say that.
No, I never say you mash up Ryan Miller career.
No, but I me go for Ryan
Miller.
But Ryan Miller, I know we making stop play. You know if you say these things because if you know when Ryan Miller leave us and go USA and come back in Jamaica, I may take him up like my son. Me get him jobs. Me him have a play for Cavalier, him have a professional contract, and then him say he wanted to go university. So just make we set the record straight because people have this thing to say. Even when they're on a program, you see somebody else say, Alex Marshall have to go in a draft. The person so lie. As me get the contract Alex Marshall in Canada. Me personally get it. So when people keep on saying these things about the club, you mustn't say these things about the club. I mean, I'm saying nothing cost leader, you know, because sometimes it cost him too. But you know nothing talk. But you see, hold on, man. You see that club here? And me funded millions of dollars. You see, all of the ball used to play for Cavalier. You know, none of them talking bad about me, you know. Other people will say it because school, book, passport, visa, all the trips when you see them go abroad, they don't even know where $1 come from.
Work.
Right? Work, job, they make all of them work all the time. So don't even bother. Go down that road when it comes to Cavalier.
No,
nobody will say round me. Nobody will say round me, Balakar. You know to say nobody in a left Cavalier will say round me, close people around me, can me treat them good. No, if me and you not in a relationship, me just not in a relationship. I mean, I go come look for you to get a relationship with you. But everybody will say round me. Even man
of Steel.
Man of Steel. Everybody say there's nothing bad to say about me. So nobody even started pound in them program.
No.
Well, like I said, nothing is a bad person. Me, look here. If them parents want to help me, help them. Balakar nobody start them things when it comes to me. Don't say.
Hold on there. When more ask you say you make players get work. What you mean by like when them play for your club, they work and come a training that more understand.
Yeah, before we become a fully professional club. Yeah, before they become a fully professional club, all of my players then used to work. Every single one of them they get work.
So no, that means I'm in a wrong then, man. If me say something like that, because
no, you say how we
never be
read back the tape, no man. You say how we make Ryan Miller stop play ball, and him have to go like you. Me hear you. That's not true.
No, but me never say Mr. Speed. Are you on a club, Mr. Speed?
If what?
Him say never say Mr. Speed.
Are you on a Cavaliers?
Ryan Miller was like my son. You understand? What you talking about?
No, I think what he's trying to say is that he was trying to put it at the foot of leader.
No, leader.
You understand?
All right, you feel read what Kamai say. Well, I not read what Kamai saying at the chatting, no, because he used to play for me too. You read what him say, no? Who him used to see every day? God make. Who them see every day God make? Just read the man say, because him is a player. You don't have to take my word for it. And that's my point that I make. Come on.
Yeah.
Anybody will come a Cavalier, right? And them play for the first team, or them are outstanding talent, and me and them deal and me exclusively. As a matter of fact, all them play the way you attack, a lot of them come to me and say, Mr. Speedway, no represent me. Because all of them left and go overseas, them now sign a contract and a care back on Guinea and say, look on this from the first. Before them say yes.
All right, but what I would say is that all right, so here's how this started for those who just because when leader talk about the Mount Pleasant youth, and I'm saying to leader about the youths who leave Mount Pleasant, a lot of them playing all over the league. Now, for leader to try compare a club in the that's what I'm saying. 4 years them running the academy because Vanny Clark has been there for that time, right? When they establish it. 2 of those were the pandemic years. And then to say that they don't have anybody going internationally yet.
I'm not subscribing to what leader say now. Come me tell you something. Okay. Every club have them own model where them work with.
There you go, sir.
Me have Cavalier have our own model. Mount Pleasant have their own model. Me love Peter Gould and his wife. Me personally. Me glad say them come in a Premier League. And me would have never like them to leave out a Premier League because them alone. When me and Peter Gould say I go for some foreign coach, you know happy me is? You know what me have to do? Step up my game. Me no worry about competition. You say like now, this year, me know say David and Goliath. And me figure say me are one of the only club can topple them based on how them are going and what them are do. And at that make me get up in the morning every 5 o'clock, ball a car and go train. And make sure say everybody are train. You understand? Because me love the competition.
So Mr. Speed, oh you the beat me and I give me prop. He said when time me come back every platform and say, look what you do with the youth there.
I not just youth alone, man. Everybody will come around me
when Cavaliers become a professional football club, they ask the question them come on no enough.
When we become a professional is when we come back in the Premier League. In our Premier League the second time. We never fully professional like that because we still have a couple players who work, but now we have no players who work.
All right, Mr. Speed, more cut to this, so but just that no one here. But see, man is man. I watch the Premier League a long time and follow PSP. Me doing no man is man. And then a couple of years used to happen. Used to happen to Waterhouse too. You understand? Village United and all of them people. So you know, you have to go no further the general because you know what the people them know when me talk about. Me not catch 30 wall event, but I watch Premier League long time to understand what they You understand? So respect me general. Because that me you are here.
All right, Balakar.
I want to know how you draw with Mobile United. Remember they say they go win the match, you know.
Balakar, you remember when me tell him last week, Balakar, when me tell him say Duke come there. You remember?
Duke go set one backline, then can't pass.
No, the real reason is that although we were able to dominate, you know, say at 25 crosses will make 9 second half alone. We're able to dominate.
One penalty, Mobile miss.
But we're supposed we play.
If they ever score the penalty there.
Yeah, but we get a penalty where the ref never give it. Ball was
no, it can't be a penalty. It's not a
penalty. Come on, Mr. Speed. It can't be a penalty if the referee didn't call.
You're right, Paul. You're right, Paul. All of yours then call. All of yours then call.
Yeah. Wherever you're going. I'm just saying, as a responsible human, as a person that is responsible for the product, you can't make these irresponsible statements.
Somehow, when time you're a thing them appeal, all of your one then call.
You be my mouth louder than your
own. Yes, apparently.
But yeah, I did talk about the fact that the game would be Mobile United were going to do exactly what they do. But the weekend fixtures are very good, you know, because you have Falkland versus Mobile. We spoke about that. You have Harborview versus Chapelton Maroons. I don't know you know what going to become of that if any player.
No, Falkland play Mount Pleasant.
Falkland. Man. Falkland playing Mount Pleasant.
Arnett play Cavalier.
Yeah, we want to talk about that game.
Don't
Mr.
bowling play humble lion.
Okay. Now we want to talk about the Cavaliers versus yeah, and we have 2 tickets for the games on Monday as well, you know. Cavaliers versus Arnett Gardens. Seeing that Mr. Speed is here, and then we're going to talk about the Mullines game because Brian is here. Mr. Speed, how the team ready for this one?
Well, yeah, well, we figure out we have a trend. We analyze our team in our last 4 games, and we don't like how the team performed in our last 4 games. There's a trend creeping up. We're only scoring at 1 goal per game. We only, we only got 7 points. Usually we score over 2 points per game, so we only got 1.75 points. We're not playing in the usual. We drop off a little bit from our game model, and we'll kind of recognize it. So this week we spent trying to repair all of that. Hope say we'll be able to deal with Arnett. I mean, Arnett has played 27 times. We only won 8, 5 draw. Arnett won 14 times. So them kind of own us in a sense. We have a -9 goal. We scored 31 and them scored 40. So that to me are the game of the round. Arnett is with a win, Arnett would pass us and go into second. And we would drop down to third. So to me, that's the game of the round.
Okay. All right, Brian. I think Brian have to leave soon, so I get it because I think the game of the round going to be Waterhouse versus Mullines because that is like a border clash. So it's right on the border lines. You know what I mean? Roads intersecting. Brian, you ready for the firemen?
I was speaking to somebody from so let me explain. I was speaking to somebody from Waterhouse, and them say this is going to be their second half. The second round is going to be their round. They say all throughout the years they have been leading, but
Hello?
this is the year them running from behind.
Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Go ahead, Mr. Speed. No, man, go ahead.
No, I said this is the year they said they're coming from behind Waterhouse because they always lead and then taper off near the end. And that is one of the reasons that they don't win the title. They peak too early. So they are telling me now that this is the year that they're not going to go to the front, guys are knockout at the end. So they are going to be building and coming through and getting better and better. Remember, we spoke about it and I said I expect Waterhouse to surge. It is true, I expect them to surge.
Okay, interesting. Carla, welcome to I Am Sure Sport.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful, man.
Yeah, listen, man. I've been listening to you for over a year now. When I just start listening, I used to hear a lot of bad things about Mr. P, but I keep on listening and observing. And I have to be honest here, man. That's one of the best football person in Jamaica. It took me a long time to listen and learn, because he was very unpopular when I started listening. But he's a very good coach and a respectable man. And I just want to congratulate him for that.
Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, a Cavaliers jersey is coming your way, courtesy of Mr. Rudolph Smith.
What size him wear? Ask him what size him wear.
Mr. Speed, at the part is where you say thank you, Mr. Speed.
Thank you, sir. What size you wear? The jersey, I asked him about the size.
It's an extra large.
I'm in New York, though, you know.
That's all right. My son lives in New York, so I can't try it.
Yeah, so I'll take it. But listen, man, respect, man, because I'm going to listen keenly. And, you might say 1 and 2 things where, not popular. But, you're right. You tell people what they want to hear. You just speak it and it's either you like it or you don't like it. And for that reason, man, no respect, man. And generosity never go rusty. And, wish you all the best of luck in anything you do,
All right, thank you.
All right, respect. It's always good when people can do that. You had one impression. Thank you so much, Carla. Appreciate the love and the support.
Get him in digits, man. They can
man.
get
I'm going to send your number to Mr. Speed so they can reach out to you and send the jersey and stuff, right?
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, man.
See you strong here.
All right, blessings. All right. Anybody want?
You get another fan of Cavalier.
Hey, Baggio, I don't have no son in Toronto.
Listen, anybody need 2 tickets for the game on Monday? We have 2 tickets for the game on Monday. If you want to go to the game, you just call in and we give you 2 tickets to go to the game on Monday. The Monday night fixtures are tell them about the Monday night fixtures, Mr. Christie or Mr. Speed.
Christy, go now. I don't have it up.
No, I leave to Mr. Speed.
So like no.
No, I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't know who's playing Monday night. Who's playing?
All right,
Monday night?
Monday.
No, but before you go that, you were talking about the Waterhouse and the
Mullines, yeah.
Mullines. And the truth is a derby. Waterhouse has played Mullines 6 times and won 4, but Mullines has surprisingly won twice. So
yeah.
Mullines is a good match. You never know what's going to happen, and the reason is because it's a derby match. And Mullines, they put on a good performance last week to draw that tie. They were actually leading and give up the lead. So I think that's going to be one of those games. But there's going to be a winner, though. There's not going to be any draw. None of these teams draw games. Yeah, the Mullines win or Waterhouse going to win.
One thing I can tell you, Mullines is not afraid to go into the den at Jewsland. They have done it, I think, twice before and came out with a victory. So they are not intimidated by the fans of Waterhouse.
Yeah, and Mr. Christie, the Mount Pleasant jerseys are still finished, right? They still don't get new stock yet.
Yes, and the stock should be coming by next week, I was told.
Okay.
By the shipping people. Yeah.
The people them say you're in trouble, Mr. Speed. It sound like you sound confident about Arnett Garden. It's almost like you're saying that Arnett's supposed to beat us.
No.
I heard Mr. Speed and another forum saying that no team will take more than 3 points from him this season.
Oh, Arnett got 3 already.
Yeah, and just to tell you that we could have protested going back to playing Arnett, but we didn't. We're not afraid. We want to go over there because you see when it comes around to the playoff.
Is it your home game?
Yeah, it's my home game. It's fearless. We need fearless. We need to be fearless.
Is the game at Arnett Gardens though?
Yeah, it's at Arnett Gardens. Yeah.
On Sunday.
Yeah, 5:30.
5:30 on Sunday.
Yeah. So half the Monday game is Dunbowling versus Umberland and Tivoli Garden versus Jamaica. That's the Monday game.
Okay. So if you want to go to Tivoli versus Veer and Dunbowling versus Humble Lion, that's at Ashenine Stadium, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the Monday.
That's up by JC. Let us know. And you can get 2 free tickets to go. Your lady can go or your child can go. All right. But I think the games to look out for. Let me just give you my game prediction. It's just true. If people could use, if there were betting tips, people could win a lot of money. I am picking Mount Pleasant. Last time they played Falkland, 5 goals were scored. I think this is going to be a 3-0 game for Mount Pleasant. Harborview versus Chapelton. I think like Harborview having some problems, and I think Chapelton is going to find a way to get a point out of that game. I'm going for a draw. I'm going for the upset. I'm going to pick Jason Wright to score, and Mullines will surprise Waterhouse by 2-1. Mobile United, Portmore. These teams love to draw games. I'm going draw. Cavaliers versus Arnett Gardens. That is a tough one to call. I am telling you. Cavaliers versus Arnett Gardens. Yo.
Let Mr. Speed call that one. Let Mr. Speed call that one.
No, man. You and him going to go through and give you a call for all the games. But I am going to go Cavaliers to clinch this one. 3-2. I feel like it's the kind of game that Arnett at home will be careless in and concede some goal. And then I have Tivoli to beat Veer. 1-0, and I have Dunbowling and Humble Lion playing to a 0-0 score line. Dunbowling don't score a lot of goals. Mr. Speed, what are your game predictions?
All right, so it's Falkland, Mount Pleasant. I'm going with Mount Pleasant to win this one easily. Mullines versus Waterhouse. I'm going with Waterhouse. I don't think Mullines' defense is so good, and Waterhouse has strengthened significantly since the transfer window. At least about 3-4 of the players has returned. Harborview versus Chapelton. I have that one as a draw because I don't know what is happening in Harborview. There seems to be off the rails a little. Montego Bay against Portmore again is another draw game. Arnett Gardens versus Cavalier. Definitely Cavalier are going to win by the odd goal. I think both teams will score. But it's a game that people should always come and watch. With Cavalier
Yeah.
Arnott games, usually 3 or more goals score. Please come out and watch that game. It will be an interesting game. Tivoli versus Jamalco. I think that's gonna draw again. This is one of those weeks of full a draw. Dunboyne versus Umberland again. Both teams can't score goals. Both teams has tough defense. Again, it's a draw. So you're gonna only have 3 winning team this week, and it's gonna be
Mount Pleasant.
Waterhouse, and Cavalier gonna win, and you're gonna get draws in the other games.
All right. Sir Christy, what are your predictions?
I agree with all the prediction, with the exception of
Cavaliers.
Veer.
Oh.
Veer. No, yeah, 2 of them. Cavalier and Arnott will draw this time around. and Veer will get the better of this rivalry. Those are my 2 predictions that I think they might be unpopular, but I'm gonna stick with them.
I tell you why I don't choose Veer. Because Paul Young was there with Linval Dixon. He's back, he's gone. And I don't know what the support staff is like. And I'm wondering if the Paul Young influence and what is happening is going to be missed. And
just beat Harborview, the defending champion, last week, you know.
Was Paul Young there?
You remember? No, he was not there last week. Remember on
Okay.
this said program last week, Friday, I told you that Veer would beat
Well,
Harborview.
we have the Veer player in here so that Tivoli can't beat him, you know. So
Well, let me tell you why I may believe so. Veer
big up
has,
the boy.
no, it's true. Veer has actually shopped well. Picking up Kamai from Mullines was a master, I believe. Mullines shouldn't have let go Kamai in my books. Then Veer have a centre half. The captain is probably one of the best centre half in the league. I mean,
yes, I hear that he's
in the
playing
top
well.
5. He's in the top 5.
Cunningham.
Yeah.
Maybe top 3.
I mean, no, this nobody. He mean top 5.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Right.
To be safe, I'll top 5.
And also, why Veer is so hard to beat is because they play what they call a resting back 4. The 4 don't really overlap too much. They are always in position in a straight line, covering each other extremely well. And that is why they have been so hard to beat. It's a kind of a Dutch system, which I say Arnott trying to copy too. So once you see a team playing that resting back 4, it is difficult to break them down only if a team is well versed in running off the ball and well versed in taking on these players one-on-one and beating them. So a lot of teams in Jamaica can't do that. And that is why I think that Jamalco, Veer will still keep their streak. They have only conceded 8 goals from 13 games. I mean, that is the second best. For a team that only scored 4 goals, you wouldn't have expected them to be 11th, and you'd have expected them to only concede 8, because if you're not scoring, then that means you're taking a lot of pressure. So I don't believe you'll breach Veer defense again, this weekend, and that is why I'm scoring that draw.
What say you, Sir Christy?
I'm the one who said that Veer is going to win the game. Remember, I'm the one that said that Veer. That's one of I said that I agree with everything except it's a drawing weekend. Cavalier will draw with Arnott as well, and Veer will win. So I remove Cavalier out of the winning column and replace them with a Veer.
All right.
There's a little bit of hold on. There's a little bit for full disclosure, though. There's a little bit of bad mind in that, because if someone we get the better of this Falkland team, this tough Falkland team who have a lot of players who have a point to prove against Mount Pleasant, we can go as far as what is it now? Cavalier is 4. We can go at least. We have 4 points ahead of Cavalier right now. 4 points, yeah. 4 and 2, 6 points. We can 6 points away from Cavalier. So that's the only reason why I'm going to choose a draw. It's a
Okay,
little
I
bit of
see.
bad mind. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, we have a final exercise that we need to do, which is to pick the team of the week. I have in goal Vino Bartlett, save a brilliant save in that game to keep Cavaliers in that game, able to secure a point for them, save the penalty against Mobile United. So I have him as a goalkeeper. For this week, I really using a 3-5-2. And the reason why I'm doing that is because Fabian Reed and Trivante Stewart had good games, and I think both of them this week, I have to find a way of getting both of them into the starting 11.
Why not 4-4-2?
Well, we can go 4-4-2, but I think that is such a basic formation because I think some centre backs really played good this week. I heard that the Veer guy had a very good game. King played well, as well for Cavaliers as usual. And what's his name? Dyer played well for Mount Pleasant. So I was thinking about those as centre backs.
I understand, sir.
So I don't know.
You're correct. You're
so maybe
correct.
No, I can change it because when you do
No,
that now.
you are correct. You are correct. I understand the rationale behind what you just said, sir, and you are correct.
Yeah, Mr. Speed, what sort of formation you think?
No. Go with the 3-5-2. It's fine.
All right. So Vino Bartlett in goal. The Cavaliers goalkeeper. Like I said, in defense, Cunningham, have Dyer, Cunningham and King. So I'm going to put Dyer played on the left, right? And so yeah, Dyer. I think so. Let me put Dyer right here.
Yeah, Cunningham can play on the right side. I think he's the right side in play, right stuff.
Yeah, and Cunningham play on the right side, and then King play in the middle. Richard King.
So you need some midfielder with a certain quality.
Well, that is where now I need to get, because I thought midfield play for the most part this round wasn't really good in my opinion.
I was looking at like Krakow from Mount Pleasant. How was his game? Because he would play right there, very good that he has.
The left. You know which left back played well? The guy who played on the left, a guy who played a short player who plays for Mullines and played on the left.
Heard about him, yeah.
He had a very, very good game.
I watched both game and I think Kimani Campbell had a better game.
The win. You think Kimani Campbell had a better game?
Yes,
so let me
sir.
All right, mine because they are Mount Pleasant, man. I don't go on in the right sense.
But on display was two of the better left backs in our country. You had Kimani and you had Thomas, who played better.
Thomas played well. It's hard for me to put up a man in the team in defense. That team gets 3 love.
Right.
So that it kind of eliminate Thomas. I would think. Let me tell you who played well. The Mullines guy played well. Campbell played well at left back from the games that I saw. The Congolese, I hear that the Congolese left back at Mobile United play well as well. He played well against Cavaliers. The guy, that tall, slim guy, the number 2 for Mobile United. He played against you, Mr. Speed. How do you assess him?
No, I wouldn't really. If you ask me about left back, I mean, wing from on it never have a bad game. Campbell. Those they were the winning team, so I would kind of want to go with those. Okay,
all right. So because Campbell, we're going to put in Campbell, the Mullines player. So we have Kimai Campbell right here. And then on the right side now, who play on the right side of this? 5 in, because yeah. On the right side, what's the name of that Arnett Garden The right sided guy at Arnett Garden had a very good game, you know.
Or is that St. Lucian?
The St. Lucian, yes.
I'm not sure what his name is.
Oh, let me get
You
his
mean
name.
the long throw? That was
Yeah,
significant.
the long throw specialist. What do you think, Sir Christie? Let me tell you his name. The St. Lucian is people in the comment, you can tell us what you think, you know. Not Amos, Errol Philandoming, Shania Evans. Shania Evans is his name.
But
Yeah.
again, it was his not cleared header properly because Tivoli to score the first goal, you know. Is him head the ball back and the Tivoli player foot.
Yeah, well, that is true. You know who also played well too? Emilio Rosso. And
he's always good.
He scored.
Yeah, so maybe him should get the left back then. He's striving that position. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Emilio Rosso because he played well and he scored a brilliant goal.
And he actually played in that system.
Yeah.
With the three and him play wide.
So people talk to us. Who should we put over in this right back position here? Who had a good game in who had a good game? The Tivoli right back never look
But you know, says Kyle Ming get man of the match in our game though.
All right, so Kyle Ming, yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Get man of the match.
Emilio Rosso. Then you have Kyle Ming on this side.
You want a number 6 now. Purcell was good enough.
Purcell for Arnett.
So. Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think that was his best game. The player who played really well is, you know.
Is who?
Oh, no, Military Guna. I would put Emilio Rosso. All right, so let me put up what I'm doing, Military Guna, because we're not finished yet. We're going through it. So let me show you what we have so far. Alwyn Harvey played well for Mount Pleasant. I think this was his best game of the season. Unless you can play both of them. I don't know.
Well, it depends on where you play. 5, 3, 5, 2.
Yeah, 3. So that's what we have so far. So 3, 5, 2. Yeah. So we have these two guys. You just want one CDM and probably two.
Who named
Bolt Barrett? Defensive, man.
No, man. This is
Who named Bolt Barrett?
No, man. I was doing a yeah. So who do? Yes, so the team is
Harvey. I mean, Mount Pleasant are the king, so I don't like so we not give them more per game. Mount Pleasant.
So Mr. Chris is saying the team is too defensive.
No, man. Harvey just put one player there, so that's what I mean. Just put 1-6, not put 2-6.
All right.
Remember, you have Kimani Campbell can always come around and turn the 3 into a 4, you know.
Kimani Campbell in his team.
Kimani Campbell can. I think Emilio Rosso played better than him.
And him scored
more, and he scored.
Okay.
Yeah, which give us some attack. Now, in terms of number 8 and say no, because you need 2 more creative or attacking minded midfielders.
Yeah, I need 2 number 8.
Yeah, 2 number 8s, right? In this system. So you see Military Guna, we have Vino Bartlett. These are the defender. We have King and what's his name from Veer? Cunningham.
Yeah.
Is what Cunningham?
Cunningham's name?
Yeah, man. The centre back at Veer, isn't it Cunningham the captain?
Cummins.
Yes, sir.
Cummins.
Cummins. What is what Cummins?
Cummins.
What Cummins?
It's coming.
I know, that's what Cummins.
What is his first name?
Ask Kamai.
Fresh God, no. Kamai, what is his first name? Fitzroy Cummins. Sorry, Fitzroy Cummins. Yeah. So, there you go. So, we have Vina Barkley in goal. All right. Vina Barkley in goal. Let's bring down the players so we can see who we have already. There you go, people. See it? We're playing 3-5-2. So we have Alwyn Harvey right here. We have Ming. We have Russell. All right. So we need 2 number 8.
2 number 10.
And yeah.
2 number 9. 2 number 9.
Yeah, because we already have, we have our number 10. Let me bring it. Yeah, Fabian Reed and Trivante Stewart.
Yeah. So you need them 2 players now. It's 2 attacking midfielder.
Yeah, two attacking minded midfielder. Who had good games in this position now? Somebody said the central, Evan Taylor. Evan Taylor had a fantastic game. No. Oh, somebody says Marshall was untouchable. Alex Marshall. A most military guna type, this, you know. If I see Alex Marshall name, because of football support, you know. All right, the one says Alex Marshall. Really? What about the guy who scored the goal for Tivoli, the youngster who scored the goal for Tivoli? Was he a standout in the game?
I wouldn't say that, but that goal that him scored.
It was a good build-up play.
No, him launch. No, man. I remember me tell you says the Arnett Garden sent the right back, edit back.
Oh yeah, head back.
And never cleared properly. And him just control and launch a missile.
Somebody sent the guy named Jaheim Thomas from Arnett Gardens. Was he the man of the match?
No, he made a good pass for the second goal, but I wouldn't think he had a good game.
Yeah.
It was until that time he wasn't really doing a lot.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
But he made that superb pass to the guy that finished it off. Really.
Yeah. This is the one I was talking about, Jason Guna, the same guy, but they're saying that he never had a good game. Yeah, Jason Wright really played good, but it's going to be hard for Jason Wright to play over Fabian Reed and Trivante Stewart. That's the thing. He can't get in, and we want to play the players them in the position that they play. You understand me? It's fair that we do it that way. So we have Jaheim Thomas and Nikhil Wright from Tivoli Gardens who plays in that position. And think they're from Cavaliers had a good game, although he was substituted, you know. JC player, former JC player, who you move from forward and drop him back.
No, I mean I wouldn't. I mean, in fairness, you want somebody that did something in a match that helped the team to win. You know, supply a pass, you know, score a goal. That's the type of person you're looking for, yes.
Yeah, and people, let me tell you this: we can only pick the players them from the games that we watch. You understand me? Unless somebody go to the game and say this player played well, so I can't tell you who played well in Humble Lion versus Waterhouse. You know, so we need one player.
Well, as I tell you, the Tivoli player that scored that goal because it was such an outstanding moment. That missile at him launch. I mean, sometimes it could give him the knock because of that goal. That goal was something. It was you could watch that goal all night. It was worth going places to see. Shai Smith played very well too. But,
if you play Shai Smith, I would have to remove Fabian Taylor. And I feel like Fabian Taylor offered more in the game than Smith. Fabian Reed, sorry.
No, the truth is, though, is that Shai Smith is a winger doing him. So this formation is suiting.
Yeah.
But he was very good too.
Yeah, you see this guy, man, having a good season, you know. Lorenzo Lewin. Somebody fresh guard apparently was at match. So the man would have just a walk through the Waterhouse defense. The man give Mount Pleasant some bath. Jackson.
At the end of the day,
he does score. Yeah, he does score.
So you have to wonder.
Yeah. All right, Military Guna. Here's why we never use 4 at the back. Because really and truly, you see the 3 defenders that we use, them deserve in the team. So if I do that, I'm going to drop one of them. And that, you understand me? That is the problem. Because King played well for Cavaliers, Dyer played well for Mount Pleasant, and Cummins played well for Veer. So it's very, very tough. Unseen, what say you? Because we know you have your team. How my team look in comparison to your team?
Unseen, how vexed with the cause only one on it, man, you're putting on it.
No, but Shea Smith have to dip on the side and Giant Thomas have to be in the midfield. One shot wonder, can't dip on the side. One shot that the man kick and score, Bridget.
Why it's so wonderful that everybody I wonder what happened to that shot.
One shot wonder, man. And you put him in the squad. Shea Smith will play for 90 minutes of the game, play so well. And he made us, first of all,
he was good. That's true. He was good.
All right, so we can drop Fabian Reed then.
No, Fabian have to start. The formation don't fit Shea Smith. Simple. True. Shea Smith after the night. So the team of the week.
Hear what you do, man. Hear what you do. Just you put up your team now and play. Yeah, unless you play. Unless you play 4-3-3. You play 3-4-3 management. So you can drop out right and play 4-3-3. So Shea Smith to that in.
All right, so let's go. 3-4-3.
3-4-3, yeah.
All right. 3-4-3, they say, people. So let's set it up now. 3-4-3. So Dyer. Same box 3. All right.
Yeah, the only change you are making now is take out right and put in Shea Smith. So you put Alwyn Harvey and put Marshall in front time, so you get back the balance.
Yeah, man. Alwyn Harvey deserve it. He play good.
Alone by himself and put Marshall in front time.
So Shea Smith go on the right up here.
Usually on left him go.
So where Fabian Reed go play? Because Fabian Reed can't play on the wing, you know.
But Fabian Reed a better postman than Stewart. Stewart can play on the wing.
Yes, Stewart can play on the wing.
No, man, if you make the man who has scored the most goal down the middle, play on wing.
No, but you're better than Reed.
Unless you're going to play the forward like this, you're not going to play with a wing forward. You're going to leave the space to Ming and Russell.
No. Yeah, but look here. No. You see that midfielder, our diamond midfield. So
yeah.
In a way, yeah, he's a diamond midfield. So
you don't need them to play on the wing. You just
they can play close.
So you just play them in. Yeah.
Even if they not play upon, even for me, this is my opinion. Reed is a better postman than Trivante Stewart.
Nah, man.
In the Premier League. It's there.
Nah, man.
Him can't control ball like the Fabian Reed.
Nah, man. Nobody with that. Nah, man. Nobody with that, man.
One thing with you is you say if you go look here, you can't say anything you want. So look on the stats, man, and stop and nobody like that. Me have to rate up. Hey, you're as good as your stats.
There you go, man. Look at the man's stats and see, man. Come on, man.
A goal score, you're going to look on me. I talk about post up. You know that statistical post up, man.
So where you want post up and not score? Man more than double Reed goal tally. And you talk about, come on. Reed is good, but the man more than double Reed good.
A goal you look on me. You know look on keeping the ball and laying off the ball and everything.
Then Trivante
is not better than Reed. In terms of holding the ball up.
Hey.
Forward.
All right, hold on. How many assists Reed have? And how many Trivante have? But I'm telling you, he has more assists and more goal than Reed.
But that no means so when you hold the ball up, man is going to assist.
Then isn't the purpose of it to hold up and create assists or to score?
Yeah, but not every time you create assists. But every time you create assists.
No, so follow.
I'm talking about holding up the play.
No, man. Watch this. It's not every time, but if I do it more time than you.
Jesus Christ.
Where is he?
Trying to tell you what I'm talking about.
I don't know. All right, people. Who has been? Listen, the man is on. I would say that Trivante Stewart right now, as good as Fabian Reed has been in the league, Trivante Stewart is the most unplayable player with his back.
I could just ask him a question. If you had a pick to pick two of them, one out of two of them, who you'd have picked? Yeah, man, you heard me. I never stand
Hold on, yeah. Sansin, tomorrow you're going to play a game and you need a forward. Which one are you picking?
I pick the young youth.
What? Yeah, because him young?
Yeah.
Why? Because him young?
They buried now getting a call up in national team.
No, we're not talking about the national. Oh, the national team coming at this.
National team, me a play, me a coach.
No, we're not talking. Listen, you're going to play a game tomorrow. You need to win. Who are you starting? Trivante Stewart or Fabian Reed?
All right, me algorithms like a pick Trivante.
No, we don't talk about algorithms. Unseen, the big coach is playing a game tomorrow. Right?
Well, you have to assume same one win too, right?
You want to win the game. Who you starting?
We can't go with anyone, you know.
No, man, I never ask you which.
All right, so BS man, oh, I'm going to play my team, I'm going to go with the Arnett player.
Okay, all right, boss.
Management, done the argument.
Yeah, we done the argument. I don't know.
Remember say Arnett player dismissed, you know. So argument done.
The Arnett player dismissed, you know?
Dismiss Mount Pleasant. Just remember.
So how did this become Arnett versus Mount Pleasant?
Just be careful.
I don't understand what you mean. Did Reed score in the Mount Pleasant game?
Huh? Of
Yeah,
course.
he did.
Of course. Dismiss Thunderbolt.
One stunner. Him say his second best goal him ever scored.
Best goal of the league.
Did Trivante Stewart score?
Yes, he did.
Him score one, yes.
Okay.
But easy goal him score now.
And who assists the other one?
What?
He scored and assisted the goal. The other goal.
We not debate with him though. I'm show you what Trevante. I tell you, say the man score a brilliant goal in the game.
But me say the other player
in the game was better than Trevante Stewart.
Anyway, that's not the best goal in our league. Stop your foolishness.
One of the best goal.
Okay.
You listen, you saw the goal at Mobile United score?
I posted it up on my
and it's two goals.
And you watched it. So you must
and in that game, it's 2 goals Trivante scored. He scored both goals.
What?
A 2 goal in scoring at the game against Arnett. He scored a double. And he assisted the one where Sule Makala did score. And he missed it. Inside the 6-yard box.
Assist it?
He gave an assist. Yeah. But this team...
It's so better now, man. Like, you work right now.
I think, may I work right now?
It's better.
One was a penalty. Fresh God, I think, that Trivante scored. But there you go. So, I think this is a good team. I don't think anybody can complain except that Dyer goes on the left, Cummins goes on the right. No goals for Colin Anderson this week. So, you'll have to make up if you want to keep up with Trivante Stewart. Yeah. So, yeah, but I think this is a good team. Like I said, Vino Barkley kept well in the game. Don't think there was any other the only other keeper I think could challenge him because the Mobile keeper kept well in that game too, you know. Mobile had a guy called Wellington who played well in that game as well.
Hyatt.
Hyatt? Oh, Hyatt to play well and Hyatt concede 3 goals, man. What's wrong with him?
But that's not necessarily true though. But
you take the program for joke.
No, but that's not necessarily true. Team can't keep well.
Really? You pick a team of the week. I'm putting a goalkeeper or 3 score for him. That more I ask you.
No.
Okay, simple as that.
I'm still like unseen.
Oh man. I saw listen to the program, so I'm call him there.
Yeah, but some good games coming up. So who winning unseen? Who winning? Arnett versus Cavaliers.
You know, any side with that, I still my side, you know. So that's one of them things, man.
Me never ask you a year, so I ask you who gonna win it. Well, you know, answer what people ask you, man.
No, I just answer. So I have no chat. Me on a team who win. Anybody win. No, going nobody.
So as a balanced sport analyst, break down the game and pick a winner.
All right, so me don't want to say it because maybe, but me not think them. Me not think Arnett smart enough. Maybe them listen to me and say, but we know what speed will come with that game. All right? You're much more smile already. Anyway, so basically, how Arnett play, so I'm telling them the tactics. So basically, how Arnett play, when speed of the ball, they're going to move it on the back line. I'm going to play a type of game of boring. So when
It's a Cavaliers boring.
I saw them beat Arnett when them have played so well.
Okay.
I remember last year I saw them beat Arnett. So when Reed and them and they come, they're going to press with the ball at all times. So Cavaliers can play the ball good on the back. Right? So the forward them going to run to them sick and can't touch the ball. Then they have the long ball them now with Colin Anderson. I go down the flank. Atkinson can hold it up and use his brain and make passes. Right? So them transition game I go very quick when them get the ball in the midfield and stuff. If Arnett Garden can understand that try to use the ball more and make Cavaliers start press them feet, the game might shift, the balance of the game might shift. And also, if they're gonna play too fast, if Arnett gonna play too fast and foolish and use the ball and use them sense that
Brethren, you realize what you used to describe Arnett Gun? Them not smart, fast and foolish, like.
Yeah, I mean, fast and foolish sometimes too.
And them not smart. And them kind of words they are used to describe the team that you say you support.
Yeah.
Against big side, they're not smart.
Okay.
Nobody, I tell the truth.
Okay, so when I play against Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant are in a big side, but anyway. Mount Pleasant don't win nothing. Mount Pleasant don't win nothing. I'm on a big side. Big side, I started to win like Cavaliers and Arnett and Cavalier.
So Cavaliers win one title.
Not two.
One in how many years? No.
Two win.
You win two, but in over 30 years, them win one title. Mount Pleasant in the Premier League for 4 years. And you call Cavaliers, who win one in 30 years, a big team, and Mount Pleasant is not.
Because they don't win nothing.
Yeah. And Waterhouse and win.
And them underperform.
Waterhouse and Cavalier win the same amount of title in a Jamaica Premier League.
On my side, I'm supposed to can't talk about them and tell them what them are wrong. When them go forward, sometimes they fast and foolish. And if we relax the ball.
So how come Mount Pleasant beat Cavaliers?
Because at the time, Cavaliers never have.
No. You don't have to answer anything. Because Everton beat Arsenal already. That happens sometimes.
I'm going to tell him, Mount Pleasant can't beat Cavaliers in a playoff. This is the ball game.
But when Mount Pleasant play Cavaliers in a playoff? When? How many times Mount Pleasant and Cavaliers meet in the playoffs?
Last year.
Last year alone.
Tell him again.
Last year alone.
And the first year, and we played third and fourth.
Third and fourth, man. We not call them the game, man.
You may not call them in a game.
No, man. Third and fourth game. You know how third. No, man. You know how third and fourth game gonna, man. Come on, man.
Man is man. No.
Unseen third and fourth game, not really that important, man. Come on, man.
But it's still register. Say if you did win, you'd have talk.
All right, but
that's how we meet 2 times and then win 1-1.
Kemai Phillips is saying that this team don't have anybody in it that is over 26. Yeah, man. Fabian Reed isn't Fabian Reed over 26 and Dyer
31 going third. Which team?
The team of the week.
Oh, yeah, man. Reed at 31.
Yeah, and then Dyer 27. But the rest of them are under 26 for real. Yeah. But Unseen, you never tell me who will win the game though.
We just feel like Cavalier is smarter than them, you know? So I'm going Cavalier.
We never ask you who's okay. All right, so.
But you're the problem now. On it, we score now. I'm not sure. We don't know what wrong with Colin Anderson in front of the goal sometime. I miss too much opportunity. So speed needs to work on Colin Anderson. With that part. Yeah, because on it, we score a goal. So we just feel like Cavalier is going to get it right, not in front of the goal, then we'll win the game.
Okay.
I'm going to go with 2-1. Cavaliers.
2-1. Okay. All right, Jungle, listen to hear that, sir?
I'm going to set me up in a man, sir.
Me, I set you up a Utah, but I'm not
you asked me to give you a score line, so don't set me up about jungle.
You never have to answer. You could have said the game I would draw.
No, sir. The game in Naja.
Okay, so you can't tell me you didn't mean to set you up. Dre, the man, not even mention Harborview. Boy, may I tell you, Dre, how the mighty has fallen. Dre, anyway, that sports, what of Harborview? Dre, you need to come and explain what happened down at Clarendon there, no, Dre. No?
So just a little some stats here. The winningest club in Premier League is Portmore with 7 wins. Runners up 5 times. Arnett Garden follow next with 5, with 4 runners up. Tivoli 5 with 4 runners up. Santos is 4th with 5 wins and 1 runner up. Harborview 5 wins, 5 runners up. Montego Bay United formerly Seba 4 wins, 5 runners up. Boystown with 3 wins, 5 runners up. Reno with 3 wins, 3 runners up. Waterhouse, Violet Kickers, Wadada and Cavalier 2 wins each. Runners up, Reno have 3, Waterhouse have 4, Cavalier have 3. And then Jamaica Defence Force with 1 solo.
Yeah.
Only 13 teams has ever won the title in Jamaica. So when you're in this group, you kind of feel good about yourself when you're in this group. Only 13.
and all of those teams were running for multiple years. You understand me? So
and that's yeah.
He's one of the fine stuff to make him say good.
No, but it's not like Mount Pleasant has been around.
Well, let's hope Mount Pleasant become the 14th team. I mean, one day. You know.
Yeah, we'd like that. We'd like that because they have the money and thing.
Yes, Portmore have 7 titles, the most by any team, and 5 runners up. I mean, even when they were...
No, man, and Harborview second, Dre. Harborview second, Arnett Garden second.
Arnett Garden, Tivoli, Santos, and Harborview won it 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, Harborview is actually second. They have 5 runners up with you.
Okay.
Arnett Garden have 4, and Tivoli has 4. So they are second. That's true.
Yeah. But Portmore, some of those Portmore are from Hazard.
Correct. Just like how Montego United was from Seba.
If you take away the Hazard and split Hazard and Portmore are 2 different things. Seba and Mobile United. You understand me?
The same club, man. They just change the name.
Tell them on them who win this year. Oh, you mean Huntley Dixon? Make them know say a center it a reach.
Yeah, you wish. You wish. I mean, you know, because of the amount of investment that Mount Pleasant has spent, my sources told me that they have spent over 1.5 billion so far since they come to Jamaica, net. So, you know, if it was money, clearly they would win it. But we love that they are in the league, and they should get some. You know, I want them to be encouraged. So maybe a run-up spot this year wouldn't be too bad for them.
I want to know the most games. I want to know the most games. I want to know the most games a team has won in a season. You understand me?
Find that. Because he wants to sleep good.
I don't know, because you know why the problem is record wasn't being kept. Copious note wasn't being kept initially, you know.
Because I feel like Tapa gonna win every game in the second round here, you know. So that will be 13 plus 8, you know. 13 plus 8, 9. 13 plus 9, 22.
I hope when you wake up.
22.
I hope when you wake up, you know.
Out of 28, the man are winning, you know.
It wasn't a nightmare you were in.
Hey. Seriously, I want to keep money in my match, man. You laugh in a week.
So Arnett Garden has won 21 games in a season in 2014.
21. Yeah, man. Whitmore take the record. 22.
All right.
And the longest unbeaten, the longest unbeaten run.
I think Arnett Garden had it last year. I'm sure somebody was saying it. After we beat them in the first round, they didn't lose till we beat them again in the second round. I think somebody was saying that was the longest unbeaten run. They were going for the record. I don't know.
Right, LFC, where Boystown go.
Boystown can play in the tier 2 if they want. The space is there for them.
Boystown, there a history that man.
Where Ryan LFC saying?
Him say Boystown.
team.
Him say Boys Town are the goat. Me I never goat them there are sheep in put up.
But Boys Town win the title. Let me see.
A long time, man. Ryan ain't born when time Boys Town win title, man. Ryan has seen Boys Town win no title, you know.
Boys Town win it 3 times and 5
Yeah, but
runners.
them time the Ryan never born yet, man.
Find the statistics between Cavaliers and Mount Pleasant.
If what?
Find the statistics between Cavaliers and Mount Pleasant.
Cavalier and Mount Pleasant.
How much head to head? How much wins, how much loss, how much the draw game. And McMahon is
Cavalier and Mount Pleasant has met 13 times. Cavalier has won 6, drawn 5, and Mount Pleasant won 2.
Yeah. Let's check it from Theodore Tapper Whitmore. Take over.
No, man, we're not going to But still,
play one, win one.
First speed. You should make Tapper beat us still.
I'm not worried about that because, I mean, it's the first. We met in the 4th game of the season. His build-up is much better than mine. I'm fine. As I say, I remember when I won the match against Waterhouse 2021, and they said, boy, when I played them the next year, they beat me probably twice, but they would have swapped that one victory for the 2 beat that they give me the next year. So at the end of the day, when we meet in the finals, I'll swap the final victory.
All I say is that Tapper beat every coach in the league. He have Philip Williams left, Clovis left. He have T-Gat. Man have to beat T-Gat.
You can't beat T-Gat.
All right. He have T-Gat left. All right. Who again?
Listen to Marines, man. You know.
Oh.
And then I'm going to beat back speed again.
Definitely, man. One more 2-up header. Boom. Back on it. Nick and Nick Daly I go boss at the time. Man. Remember me tell you.
You didn't let him not start.
No, man, but come boss it.
He might start that game there. He might start that game there because man a coach a team, so he might start that game.
No, man. Hey, the game they go play up at Ashland Stadium because I go be Cavaliers home game because the last one play at Draxall, you know.
So I don't mind coming back at Draxall. Draxall may beat Mount Pleasant the most, you know.
No, but that the camp not. And
what you mean no?
Tapper no lose no home game, you know, man. Tapper the only coach when lose no home game so far.
No, I'm Mount Pleasant more the game player. Don't at Jackson.
Hey, you hear that, man? Listen. I mean, you must beat Price.
I kick part there. I said it don't get already. I kick what the part there was speed. I said it. I kick that. I said it.
You know, so the first one I miss it. You know, this one, you know. Anyway, to play me off a dead, you know. I make sure me there behind the Cavaliers bench. With my Mount Pleasant flag.
Make sure you have a mic for interview me when you match.
Yes, a license. A license work.
Yeah, but good show. Very, very good show. You understand me? No, man, the A-license thing, A-license coach get fired, you know.
No, man. He is not an A-license coach. Him just start the course. Him still not understand what him did.
So you understand everything?
Not everything, but much more. Well, more advanced. Him just start. Him just do a week. Him not start out himself.
But I'll tell you this seriously still. You see Davian, you see the combination of Tapper and Davian Ferguson. You see the combination there. Them have a formula for Cavaliers. I don't like Cavaliers. It's like Cavaliers can't look back on the game and say, you know, boy, man miss 2 easy goal, you know, man. I don't like a game like that, man.
You forget the save where your keeper make.
No, but I don't miss a brilliant save, man. I don't miss
no, but
miss
don't say like
save.
we never threaten.
No, we never say that, you know. And like you get an easy goal when miss. I say the keeper keep brilliant. Not part of the game, but yeah. Hey, and remember, you know, this is a game, you know, man. The team up and running. Hey, unseen. The game that we can unseen. Anyway, the game they are there, we half there, you know. I'm glad I'm saying want to play a Mount Pleasant. No, Mr. Kimball and Daly and Mr. Hill, make sure, please do me a beg on make sure say on play it down and drop all there. You understand?
So you say unseen, him not even understand right now what going on, you know, because when we play a Mount Pleasant twice, it no matter the score. Wait till they reach me when we book at Kingston when I play half time. We'll see what
No worry yourself, man. We are line up a contract for Richard King and for busy if you go a foreign.
Yeah.
So by the time you reach playoff, them not when they are Jamaica.
You buy it or buy them.
No, they win that close. we are said them go eat. We are said them go foreign. You understand me? Bust them past on big contract. Weak in your team. I will probably we beat team, you know. Mount Pleasant beat the team, them will probably, you know. We weak in you, you know.
I remember say it's easy for me draw back for some people you never even think about it.
Yeah, me said we know if we beat the team, then we'll never play them, we're weak in them, you know. We all what we do if we get contract to go foreign, you know.
It's so easy. All right. If you are playing one person, a two player, get them out of get them out of the game, not keep them down, you know, and mash them up, you know. Just stop them from play the ball and you win. Two players.
Which two players?
Mario Phillips and Trivante Stewart.
Yeah, madman, man.
Nobody else now playing a ball, not playing a good ball.
What you talking about?
Who is a play ball for your side?
Lego, wait until at a far right by Grave get fit. Don't mark him. Give him the ball in front of the goal and go mark Trivante.
And I don't bowl in this, and I don't bowl in this. And then Mr. Thomas I coach him.
All right, don't worry yourself, man. Nobody can like you want go around me coach him, you know.
No.
Oh.
Hey,
anyway.
Me hear from the grapevines, man. Say, Damon Ferguson do the work still.
Yep. Well, you want to hear from the grapevine. You want to hear from the grapevine. You know busy where you want to hear from. A two man them at work and a chicken them a jerk. I said go sometime.
Me say management pick his side to you know. I'll have to start.
Hey, fresh God. It's when time. It's fresh God. It's when time. My boss Shandy James. Him get ahead of when he knocking at the goal to you know.
They're ready.
Yo, the team. Yo, hey, fresh God.
Shandy James are a really good addition.
Yo, unseen and rate the ball of them. Unseen.
Really
hey,
good.
Yo, let me tell you this, people. I would not be surprised if when him reach back at Draxall, he can't go through the gate. The
no,
people
man, them say, them love me. You know that.
Who can go to the gate?
I see.
I think I'm me at
Yeah, man. But listen, people.
They love me more than speed, you know. They love me more than speed.
No, that's impossible. Mount Pleasant people are me than love. I just Peter Good alone and love more.
Yeah.
I'm a friend of all of them.
Yeah, man. But people, listen, man. I want to thank you. Thank you for coming on, for being a part of the show. You understand me? Very good show today that we did. You understand me? Really, really appreciate your company. You understand me? Good show. Remember to hit the like button before you go. Thanks to Mr. Speed. Thanks to Brian, Unseen Sports TV, Balakar, the leader. Thanks for coming on as well. All of you understand me? And Aldridge as well at Mount Pleasant.
Just the last thing, man. I didn't name the 10 player that Mr. Maxwell couldn't name that was sent overseas since 2018. If you notice, I didn't name the 10 player, right? And 6 of them is still overseas and 4 is back in Jamaica. I didn't name the 10.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I was saying. When he was saying that, I asked the question because the players are back in Jamaica.
Not all of them. Paris is not back. You have Campbell is not back. Marsh is not back. Simpson is not back. Pearson not back. And Rochester not back. Those 6 are still overseas.
Well, Pearson is not Maxwell player, man. That's what he was trying to say.
I'm not talking about Maxwell player. I'm talking about Cavalier player. So those 6 is not back. And then the 4 that is back is Hamilton, Marshall, and Nicky. Those 4 is back. But the other 6 is overseas still. And we have 2 more. I just say I sent 2 more overseas, so we'll have 8 now.
Yeah, man. So people, listen, hit up the like button before you go subscribe to I Am Sure Sports. Listen, we still have 2 tickets. It's not too late for you to get them. Tickets to the game on Monday. We love to want to go out. People, the vibes at the game are very, very good. Listen, go out and support the JPL. You understand me? Big up to people like Stephen Douglas. You understand me? Them on there putting in the work to make the product look good. Man like Owen Hill, Chris Williams, make the JPL product look good. You understand me? All the people around the thing working to make it look good. Big up on yourself. You understand me? Unseen. You know. So you don't know.
Take a screenshot of the team and send me.
Huh? So why So unseen. You don't know, say you can screenshot it. What wrong with you?
We can't screenshot it now.
So then when you show down, you not screenshot it.
No, we can't screenshot it like this. So you have to do it, make it look
Hold on.
blurry.
No,
I'll
man.
have to just download it off
Yo.
of your site.
Yo, unseen. See the thing there, brother. Yo,
See the download line up there? Just click download line up and send to WhatsApp.
yo, the man can pressure me, man. All right, man. All right. Big up yourself, unseen, the boss, the general. Yo, yeah, man. But people, bless up. Check out the Rene Simoes interview that we did earlier, and the one with Massimo Casey as well. Check out the webinar that he's doing. You understand me? I am Mannings man. This has been I Am Sure Sports. And when it gets to this point, you know that we are over and we are OUT out of here.